Stephen, the first away game of the season this weekend against Sligo. Last time you visited Showgrounds, there was busloads of hoops to cheer you on. Like, it's just over a year on now. How much of a loss are they still on a match day, the fans?
Yeah, I think we've all said it. It's just not the same without the fans. It's hard to explain, and it's going to take a bit of use to get them when they're back in the ground to hear the atmosphere again. But they bring so much to the game, so much energy. And it's just not the same, you know. So hopefully at some point this season we have them back in every ground around the country.
The big win against Dundalk last week, how big a boost was that result to carry into this week?
Look, it's just important to get the win and get up and running. It doesn't matter who it's against. It's about getting points on the board every week, and that was the case last week. We had the first win now, and we're ready to go.
You know, Sligo is a difficult place to go to get 3 points on the road. Last time out, there was a frantic end to the game. They scored two last-minute consolation goals in the end. But you know, thankfully Rovers came out the right side of it last time when we visited Showgrounds. What do you think of what was going to come this time round with all the signings they've made in the off-season?
I said last year I felt they were a really good side, and I think this year they're even better. I'd imagine they'd expect to be up the top of the league this year. They have a good squad, a lot of experience, and it's going to be a really difficult game. We know it always is when you go there. They've had a good start, so we're expecting a really tough game, but it's one we're ready for. It's one we're looking forward to.
And you said previously that you feel the team is, you know, really starting to gel together now after an impressive performance last week in Dundalk, with some standout performances from the likes of, you know, new signings Danny Mandroiu, Sean Hoare and Chris McCann. Do you feel like the sky really is the limit at this point for this group of players?
Yeah, well, I think this group will only get better and stronger with the more games we play. I think, this is our third game tomorrow, so I think give it a few months and we'll see this team in full flow, and this squad in full flow. I think we can't overlook that the strength of the squad in terms of players that are not playing are very unfortunate not to be playing. That's going to be the case throughout the season. But I think as a whole, the longer we go, this group will only get stronger.
And then finally, going into this week's game, we've seen Joey O'Brien missed out last week through an injury. Is Pico back, and is there anyone else missing that would usually be featuring in this type of a game?
Yeah, Roberto's back. Thankfully he's back in training and everything went okay. And Joey has trained a lot early on the week, so we need to have a look at him this morning and assess that. Other than that, we have 1 or 2 knocks, which we usually have after the game, and we're just hoping that they settle in time for the next game. So we'll assess them this morning.
Perfect. Thanks, Stephen.